In this video, I will show you how to do the general settings for 3D printer. Here we use prucaslicer 2.5 version. Open the software. Now we are in platter mode. It consists of total 4 windows: platter, print settings, filament settings, and printer settings. And on the top right corner, we can see simple mode, advanced mode, and expert mode. First, let us see what are the settings will be available in simple mode. Go for platter. In printer settings, on the left side, layers and parameters, infill, skirt and brim, support material. Here, default layer height will be 0.3 mm and first layer height will be 0.3 mm. Perimeter, keep it as 3, means the thickness of the perimeter will be 1.39 mm. For a nozzle diameter 0.45, if we use the nozzle diameter 0.45, and keep it as it is. Next, infill, depend upon the model. If you want more strength, keep it as 100% or else make it as 15 to 20%. Here, fill pattern is optional. We can select any one of these. If we give adaptive cubic or support cubic, we can save the material as well as printing time if you set adaptive cubic or support cubic. Next, we can select the top fill pattern as well as bottom fill pattern. I am setting the default for fill pattern, top fill pattern and bottom fill pattern as rectilinear. Layers and perimeters as layer 0.3, first layer also 0.3 mm, perimeter as 3, solid layers are top and bottom, both will be default value is 3. Come to filament settings. Here we have to specify the diameter of the filament. Default PLA material will be 1.75 mm. Here we have two filaments that is available, that is PLA as well as PLA plus. Both PLA and PLA plus diameter will be 1.75 mm. Density of the PLA material is 1.25 grams per centimeter cube. Here we can set the cost. It is optional, it is not mandatory. Next, coming to the temperature, this is the important part. The melting point of the PLA material starts from 180 degrees. Here we can set, for better printing, set it as 200 degrees. And it is a trial and error method. First we have to see the it depends upon the material what we use and what type of colors we use. This is a bed temperature. Set is a first layer and as well as for other layers set it as 40 degrees. Next, cooling and filament, this is not necessary. Coming to platter, now I will take one model. Just go for add. I will take one still format file. So this is my STL format file. For this, I will show how to print in 100% scale as well as 1:1 scale as well as 1:2 scale. Everything, please concentrate. Click on this model. Now you can see this is the printing bed. It is out of the nozzle will be out of the print area. So we can't print this object in this bed. So we have to cut it in two parts and we have to print it on the bed. Select the component. Here we can see the 5 options: move, scale, rotate, place on face, as well as cut. Select place on face, select the suitable face. Here we can see an object outside the print area was detected. Resolve the current problem to continue slicing. Here we can cut this part into 2 halves and we can print this part. Later we can join it. Click on this. Here we can see one more option as cut. Click on the cut, specify the certain distance, or we can move this z axis, or we can text it. I am taking as 100. I will cut it at 100 centimeter. Keep upper part and keep lower part. Perform cut. Now it has been cut into 2 halves. I can select this object. This one top, select, place it on the face. Place on face. Click on this face and simply select. Here we can see arrange. It will auto arrange on the bed. Click on this. So it has been arranged on the bed. This way we can print the large objects which cannot be printed at a time on the bed. So we can use this option. Now select the printer. Here we can see printer. Select the printer. I'm selecting as Creality Ender 3. Okay. Now we can see one more option here, infill. You can give infill. I'm selecting as 50%. Minimum you can give it as 20% to 100%, depend upon your requirement. For this object I am selecting as 50% infill. Here supports, when we have to give supports. Here in the bottom we can see only this part and this end is placed on the bed, remaining it is lying on the air. So here we required support to print, or else due to uh, it will not get a exact finishing. Click here, support on build plate only, select and go for slice now. Now slicing is done. You can see this is the green portion, that is these are the supports, and filament used to print this is 316.82 grams. It's in specified in meters, 105 meters. Printed estimated printing time is 12 hour 56 minutes plus or minus 5 minutes. Okay. Now on the left side we can see how much time it consumed for the different printing parameters, that is perimeter, external perimeter, overhang, script, brim, bridge, infill, top, solid infill, internal infill. Okay, support material, and how much grams is consumed, and is the time taken to print, and percentage of the material. Everything is displayed. Okay, now right now I will take one simple component and I will show you. Go back to the 3D editor view. I will delete this. Okay, this is one material. Okay, I will show example how to reduce the scale factor. Now select the place on face. I will select this face, auto arrange. Next, select on this component. Select the printer. It doesn't require any supports, so select none. Infill I will give as 20% or go for 100%. Next, go for printer settings. This will be default 0.3, 0.3, perimeter 3. Infill depend upon your requirement. Next, filament settings. Go for filament. Nozzle keep it as 200. Other layers 200. Bed temperature 40. 40. Don't change this one. Okay. Now go for slice now. Slicing has completed. So this component printing time is 1 hour 43 minutes. Required filament is 38.42 grams. So I want to print this component within 1 hour. Then you can reduce the scale factor. The dimensions will be off of it. Enter 50. Enter. So equally it will be reduced in X, Y and Z axis. Now go for again select slice now. Okay, so it estimated time is only 13 minutes. The dimensions are X is 35.16 mm, Y is 35.16, Z height is 24.48. If you change the infill and other parameters, it will depend upon that. Next, here on the top left side we can see everything used filament in grams and time required and percent of filament used. This is the one example. One more example I will show you. So this is the one model. Okay, I will show you how to place it on the plate and how to uh, do the settings. Select place on face. Okay, next go for auto arrange. Here for this kind of models we don't need to set infill as 100%. Set it as 15% or 10%. Select the first go for printer settings, layers and parameters. Layer height is 0.3 and 0.3. We can set this as not more than 0.35. Why? Because here extrude nozzle diameter is 0.4 mm. Nozzle diameter is 0.4 mm. So it should not exceed 80% of it. So that is 4 edge 32. So it should be not more than 0.32 mm. Layer height should be not than 0.32 mm. So it is below 0.32 mm. So this one keep it in mind. Now when it depends upon layer height, maximum layer height depends upon the nozzle diameter, the to 80% of the nozzle diameter. So from this calculation it is said that maximum is 0.3. We can keep it as 0.2, 0.25, 0.1. Okay, next vertical shells. Here they have specified recommended object thin wall thickness for layer height is 0.30. If the two lines is 0.84, if it is three lines, now we are set as at 3, that is 1.22 mm. And keep it as the default 3 and 3. Don't change these parameters. Infill in the here I have given us 15%. So here infill is 15%. You can change the infill. I am I am keeping as it is. Fill pattern rectilinear, top fill rectilinear, bottom fill I've did the settings as rectilinear. You can change according to your requirements. Please don't change any of the settings. Go for filament settings. Here you have to select temperature. Okay, this is the default things. Please don't touch this one. Here go for temperature, nozzle temperature, first layer and other layers. Keep it as 200, other layers also 200. And bed is first layer is 40, other layer is 40. Okay, this is in the simple mode. Next we have to print this part. Now select the printer and go for slice now. So here we can see estimated printing time is 5 hours 47 minutes and required filament is 157.25 grams. So if you want to print we have to reduce the we can I will show you how to reduce the scale and print the object. Go back to the 3D editor view, click on the component. I am reducing the scale factor. So here we can see x is 125, y 90, z is 30. When we reduce it to 50%, all the dimensions will get changed divided by 2. So that is 62.5, 45 and 30 respectively. Now go for auto arrange. Next select slice now. So here we can see it has been time has been reduced and the filament also has been decreased. So it is 26.63 grams and estimated time is 1 hour 5 minutes. On the left top corner we can see the time taken, percentage of material used and material used in meters and grams respectively. And now final step is go for export G code. Okay, export G code. Click on this and save it on the desired location. Please try to make a folder and save it in the particular folder or directly save it on the desktop and save. Give the file name and save the file. Next we can see exporting finish, open folder. Directly we can open folder here or go for the desired location where we have saved the file and open from that and directly copy into the card reader or pen drive, whichever your printer supports, and enjoy the printing. Now I will just show the one settings just for knowledge. When we switch into advanced mode, we can see some of the settings here. I will show a speed of the this printing speed of this component. Here are some of the parameters we can see on the display. Perimeters. While printing the perimeter, it nozzle will travel, extruder will travel at a speed of 50 mm per second. Next, when printing the smaller perimeters, it takes 25 mm per second. External perimeters 40 mm per second. Infill, while printing the infill, it takes 60 mm per seconds. And top solid infill 50 mm per second. Support materials, while printing support material, travel speed will be 60 mm per second. Next bridges 40 mm, gap infill 20 mm, and speed for non-print moves. It comes when we print two parts or three parts at a time. The You can see when we print here with one part and assume one more part is here, the traveling time it takes for non-print from here to here. So uh, speed will be 70 mm per second. And Please don't change everything. These are the uh, speed for print mouse. Okay. Printer settings, we can see nozzle diameter. If we change the nozzle, we have to enter the same in this dialog box, so other parameters get changed while exporting the G code. Okay, thank you.